The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Again, it's Stevenson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the gun, it's Stevenson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Here's Stevenson. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Rodgers going to throw. They set up the screen for Stevenson. Touchdown, Saints. Ramondre Stevenson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands though.
Yeah.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open is Powell. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action with Franks. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A 1st down throw. Here's Franks. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And he's got this down to the 35. On 1st and 10, Franks. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now the Bills will hustle to the line. Second down, Franks. He's into space past the 25. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st? Now Franks. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Now his 2nd down throw. Here's Franks. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, Franks. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Here we go on fourth down. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Here's 2nd and 3. Rodgers now to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football.
And the Saints are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
That's Javon Kinlaw busting through, and he sticks him behind the line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup. Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Now a handoff, Stevenson.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Fighting his way through contact. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. On first down, Rodgers.
That's to the veteran tight end, Austin Hooper.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
This is Stevenson.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Stevenson gets it again on second down.
Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. In motion is Austin Hooper. They run with Stevenson.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
142 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, it's Stevenson.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll try the left side with Stevenson. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Here's Stevenson. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Now a run with Stevenson.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? They'll run with Stevenson.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
Ramondre Stevenson punching it in from a yard away. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Tucker now for the extra point.
And it is now 21-0.
A 10-play drive that time.
And it was polished off by a Ramondre Stevenson touchdown run.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. From the 25, here's second down and 7.
The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Franks now. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Franks now to throw on first down. He's got Akins, the tight end.
And he's got this down to the 35.
On first down, here's Franks.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing on first first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Franks. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Finds Strong on the check down.
3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. And they're going to speed things up here.
It's Franks now from the shotgun. Looking Strong's way again, and he's got it.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown.
Franks looking to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
But just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, and they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
Tucker now to add the point after. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Unable to corral him. He fights through.
He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bills ready to take over.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Reed Blankenship.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Now it's Stevenson.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now 2nd and 9. They run once more with Stevenson.
They'll get it to the 23-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On play action, Rodgers.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allow them to smile as this game continues.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown! Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together, but that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Saints. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, 6th-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
And how about this young man? Took the NFL world by storm. As a 6th-round rookie, signature mullet, mustache, but 21 touchdowns for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Great personality, and everyone gravitates towards this guy. Teammates love to win with a quarterback who leads them like that, and fans love to root for a guy who seems just like them.
In motion, Hollins. A first carry for Samaje Perine. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Minshew sets to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
And right side, they're going to go option here. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. But it's not going to work. He'll go down. They got him. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Now a play fake. Rodgers rolling to his right. He'll air this one out for Kirk. Touchdown, Saints. Christian Kirk, 43 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line. Well, now how about this return? And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive.
And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they have
out.
that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
Option here, they'll give to P. Ryan. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8 as they've got it as we resume action. Now Minshew. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sione Takitaki with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Now this is fielded in the end zone.
Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. Now 2nd and 3. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Pass complete. On the crossing route, this is Hooper. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Rodgers. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Devontae Kazin. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. And Minshew going to get him to the line quickly. 2nd and 6. For Marshall, that's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
No gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up. And this, look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Saints take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. So the problem's really starting to add up now. I mean, they try the field goal in an effort to get a little bit closer, but the block and return make the situation worse.
I like what you just said there. Just trying to get a little bit closer. I think mentally, that's why they were doing it, because really the 3 wasn't going to do them a whole lot of good, but they feel better about themselves. Now, they feel exponentially worse.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So we've hit an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter three. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number three. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Saints going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Again, it's Stevenson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 55 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. From the gun, it's Stevenson. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Stevenson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. A give for Stevenson, running right. And he's got it to about the 40. 2nd down and 6 now. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. To the right side, this is Stevenson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, Stevenson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll try the right side with P. Ryan. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
Minshew going to try and run. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. And this offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Going up top. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
10 yards on the pickup.
Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and less than a yard.
Running left is Stevenson. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Now a handoff. Stevenson. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson. He will push his way down to about the 14. And quickly, they get to the line.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 14-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Now a run with Stevenson. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Stevenson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Saints, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Stevenson will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll run with Stevenson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A 2-yard pickup.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this...
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. Ryan Tannehill will be orchestrating the offense, the top 10 pick back in 2012.
And one of the things that has really impressed me about Ryan Tannehill has been his perseverance. Early in his career, didn't have the success that he desired. Had some injuries that slowed his development, but he kept working at his craft, and now he's a guy that I think you can put a game on his shoulders.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice game.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's 2nd and 10.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Here's Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And Tannehill's got the first as he slides to a hole. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Play action, it's Tannehill.
Dumps this one out to Algier.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want.